episode is brought to you by Support the Mountain's Herbal Parasite Cleanse. This formula targets the small and large intestinal tracts and larvae, the most broad-spectrum formula available today. 100% organic, formulated by Dr. Mikio Sankey, author of the Esoteric Acupuncture series. For 10% off your first bottle, visit shopyogahub.com and use the coupon code CLEANSE at checkout. Hello and welcome to YHTV's Flowing into Awareness with visionary and master intuitive Anatara. Hi, I'm Christina Suzuma, your host for this program. Today is episode 52, Come Alive Now. And with us is our beautiful Anatara.
Hi, Christina.
Hello, Anatara. Good day to you.
How's your aliveness factor today?
Oh, I am alive. Every day, every night. There's something about it's all-consuming being alive.
Mm-hmm. Yes, on just about every level you can imagine, it is.
It is. And when you're aware of it, man, it is there.
Mm-hmm. It sure is. We all are definitely alive. We're in our bodies with our hearts beating and the breath flowing in and out of us, and the all of the things happening within us and around us that give us the sensory reflection of being alive. And even if we're miserable, even if we're tired, even if we're unhappy, and then of course if we were any of those other things, we are as well alive. and as well, I have been noticing that if you speak to people and you say, are you feeling alive? How are you feeling? How are you feeling? They won't say, wow, I really feel alive in this job, and I really feel alive in my heart, and I really feel alive about everything that I'm doing. So it made me wonder what it is about allowing ourselves to feel alive that we might be denying. When you watch someone who is truly stimulated by something, or someone who's being fully creative in the moment, you can see a spark in them. You can see something that is driving them into a kind of vibrancy, a kind of aliveness that we don't often actually find ourselves a part of. So I've started to ask people, what makes you feel alive? And especially with my clients, what is it about you that if you were doing it would prove that you are feeling truly stimulated, truly vibrantly, and in that way reflecting your aliveness to its greatest potential? So I get, great answers sometimes. Well, for me to feel alive, I would want to be lying on a beach somewhere, I've had someone say. And someone said, well, for me to feel alive, I would want to be singing all the time. So then the question is, well, why aren't you doing that? In the colder climates, such as where I live, it might not be possible to lie on a beach and feel alive, but maybe you could walk on the beach. For someone else, maybe you just need to tweak the way you are doing whatever it is that you do. You don't necessarily have to change your job, but maybe you could tweak your perception of that and or your perception of where you are going within the boundaries of what you already have. I think that we believe sometimes that we need to put ourselves sort of in second place. Whatever it is that we really want, which really shows us our aliveness, often falls into the back seat. and another part of us takes over and drives the car and drives our lives and takes us through the more seemingly plodding steps of being who we are, rather than being stimulated by that aliveness, that passion that wants to jump up and sing and say, here I am alive. So I've had people start to look at the sequencing in their lives and to see if they can remember what it felt like to be alive as a child, to see what it meant to feel that they were alive as an older child, as a teenager, as a young adult, whatever stage of life that they're at. And I am finding that most people know what it does mean to them to be alive, and also know when they started to deny that predominance in their lives. So, how can you come alive right now? What can you do for yourself and for the benefit of everybody around you that will show you your aliveness? Look inside for something that feels, I would say, stimulating, for something that feels exciting, for something that feels that when you are involved with it, or having that thought, having that feeling, that you feel like all of your other layers and levels of being, all of your senses, all of your abilities are focusing on the aliveness in whatever that is. Each and every one of us can find that. And I'm also noticing that some people are feeling that they are most alive when they're being argumentative, or or they feel most alive when they're complaining. And when you start to look around, you're going to see that in people. Wow, that person has a passion. That person is driven when they are angry, when they're frustrated, when they're complaining, whatever it might be. So when you're looking for these moments of excitement and passion, start to look for the ones that don't drain you or other people, but instead stimulate you without it having to be something that takes you off track, that takes you out of the loving side of being, let's say. Now, I'm not saying that those things don't make you come alive. We know that they do. And you can evaluate when that happens for you, whether that's the sort of aliveness that you want to be involved with or not. So there's the clue. Is this the sort of aliveness that I want to address and maintain and reinforce? Or is there something else that if I look around this or through this or take that passion to something else will also make me feel alive? How about you, Christina?
Ooh, you brought up such a great point, and I I can see it. Isn't that interesting when you said that some people, that energy spikes when they're angry or upset, and meanwhile, on their usual day or their average day, they're usually very quiet and subdued, but that fire is almost like when they actually come to life. And I look at that and I go, wow, that's true. That's absolutely true. Now that you think about it, now that you've made me become aware of it. For me, oh my goodness, I'm just very fortunate every day that I work with children. So I see that aliveness all around me. And it's like it feeds me. It's wonderful, that energy of you, because it's such an innocent energy that they have when they're even being mischievous. You can see it, but still, it's like that buzz that they all have. It's fantastic, isn't it? Even the ones who are subdued, there's a buzz that's happening, an energy level that's happening. That I think that as we get older and the things that happen in life, etc., it kind of puts a little bit of a damper. It could put a little bit of damper on what we are, because we could be really tired or exhausted. But even then, it's still possible to feel alive.
Exactly. And to cultivate even that calm, sweet, sleepy, and even exhausted state of aliveness. Aliveness doesn't only mean that one is active like a child or has that beautiful fire, running through them. Aliveness can be extremely simple. It can be the sweetest, most gentle moment that you experience, and it can feel alive. It's really about watching to see whether you are denying your aliveness or not, whether you are bypassing your aliveness or not, and again, whether you're putting it into the back seat and not letting it be one of your many drivers.
I'll beat you to the finish line.
Now, will you be angry and competitive, or will you just be having fun?
Oh no, it's time to have fun.
Exactly.
That's wonderful, Anatara. This is, it's a good reminder. It's a good reminder of a place to be and a choice to be there, a choice to be aware of it. you know.
Yeah, to be aware of it and to play with it. When I talk about being alive, this is really about being a playful sort of you. Not necessarily play meaning that you abandon all of your responsibilities, but being playful with how you reach those responsibilities, being playful with how you carry them through and carry them out. Just be alive. Ask yourself, what makes me alive? And when you feel the response, when you feel the answer, say, oh, right, I see that. And it's the same as it used to be for me. Or, oh, that's a different way of feeling alive. I think I'll try that. I'm going to experiment with that. I guess really what I'm saying is don't forget your aliveness. Please don't forget that you are alive. Play with it. Use it. Be it. Enjoy it. See where it takes you.
Have fun. That's wonderful, Anatara. Thank you so much for this moment of feeling alive. And of course, we would like to thank each and every one of you for joining us in this new platform of education and information. We're grateful for your continuous support, and we look forward to hearing your feedback on how we can serve you better. You can connect with Anatara by following her on Twitter @Anatara, and of course, her own website, anatara.ca, anatara.ca. We would love to hear from you. Please leave us your comments or questions simply by scrolling down on your screen and clicking submit, and we'll make sure that Anatara receives your messages, or giving us a call directly at 818-LETS-TALK. 818-LETS-TALK. And if you do so, be sure to leave us your contact information so that we can get right back to you. Thank you again for joining us for this moment of aliveness. Until next time, namaste.
So who are the angels? Who are these loving hands? These hands that we sometimes feel and usually don't. The angels are a vibration more than anything else. They are a group of beings who exist in one particular frequency, one particular vibration, which is only love. The kind of love that we believe in as unconditional, the kind of love that we reach out to when we really need something, the kind of love that is the source